Hey everybody, Glamp Man here. Now, one of the biggest challenges you're going to have when you run your glamp site is, now we have to remember, you're in nature. And nature was here before we were here. And nature was here before we put our tents and domes and cabins and A-frames here. And with nature, what do we have? What can we expect? Well, we can expect a lot of nature, like birds and the bees, or ants and the wasps. And today specifically, I want to address the issue of those terrible pesky wasps. Now, I've been running my glam site this is my 4th season, and I can tell you, the main reason why I had a guest complaint or had to make a refund was simply due to a wasp or wasps being in the cabin or around the cabin. And most people, including myself, I don't particularly like wasps, nor do I like to sleep with them or have them around, but it's one of the things that we have to overcome. My family bought this particular property in the Catskill Mountains back in 1982. So that means I've been here for at least 40 years. And all 40 years, we've always, every year, tried to come up with solutions to deal with the wasps. Regardless of if it's for your country home, your glamp site, or whatever. It's an issue no matter what. And way back when, there was this neat little device that you could buy. It was a little orangey yellow plastic container that looked like a beehive, and you would put something sweet in the bottom, and it would attract the wasp. They would go inside, and they would get stuck in there. And in fact, I have one that I can show you. So way back when, even in the early 80s, this was available. This was the most popular Wasp Trap. And simply you put some sweet stuff in the bottom. We always found that soda was the best. They say you can put orange juice or any kind of apple juice. Even a little piece of cat food or tuna fish in the bottom helps attract them. I don't know if that was true. We always had the best luck with just plain old soda. And the wasps would come, they would sniff it or know it was there. They would go inside these little holes, climb inside to get the sweet stuff, and then the premise was that they could not escape because their bodies could not bend the same way to get out as they easily got in. And you would just hang this around your deck or outside your house or wherever you see wasps. And yeah, the wasp would occasionally go in there and get trapped. And then you'd have to deal with them, which is you'd have to basically, and this is by the instructions, you'd have to take it with the wasps inside and then put it in a big bucket of water and drown them. Because they wouldn't die naturally in here unless, I don't know, it just got really, really hot from the sun and they baked or something. And this was a great item. It worked very well for 30-something years. And then something really strange started to happen about 5-6 years ago. For us, anyway, it just kind of stopped working, and I couldn't figure out why. We were certainly catching less wasps than in the early years. Maybe the wasp got wiser, I don't know, but this is not really as effective anymore as it used to be for us, and therefore this is not what I'm going to recommend for you. There's now a new Wasp Trap, and I'm really excited about it because I've been using it just 1 year. This is going to be the 2nd season, and I think it's really effective and it has a lot more advantages than this old system. And so, I now present you with the newest Wasp Trap. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a no-touch or hands-off approach to killing your wasps. What this is a very, very sticky substance. So this is a sticky wasp trap. You just buy it, you put these little plastic things on, and this is just to prevent like a bird from getting in there or you accidentally getting stuck in your hair or something as if you're walking by. But anyway, it's very sticky, and the wasps are supposedly attracted to these strange colors, and once they touch the surface, they stick to it, and they don't come off. So it's not something that you have to monitor a lot, like with the old system. Every couple days, you'd have to put fresh soda in here, you know, it would evaporate, and the whole part about having to drown them and kill them and cleaning it all the time, no, this is maintenance-free. You buy it at the beginning of the season, you hang it up, you catch the wasps, and at the end of the season, it should look something like this. Obviously, it catches flies too, so that's a plus. So it's a great product. I highly recommend it. I will leave a link for this product in the description below if you're interested. One other thing I wanted to talk about, I have this too. I don't know if it's as effective, but you can also buy, this is just a pretend wasp house. And the idea behind this is that you buy this, you hang it up somewhere near your house, and the theory is that when wasps in the beginning of the season see something like this, they say, "Oh man, there's a bunch of wasps. A big colony already made a nest here. All right, guys, let's go. We're going to go somewhere else." And they're supposed to go somewhere else. I can't attest to the fact if this thing really works or not, but just let you know that it's out there. One other item that you should always have on hand, and you should have several of these in your possession at the beginning, middle, end, and even in the off-season. This is your typical Wasp Spray. So I use this mostly when I find a wasp nest, say under the deck, or they like to build it under the eave of the house roof, or of your glamping cabin roof. So you can just spray the nest with this, kill them. You could even use it for a single shot. If there's a wasp in the room and they're in the window and you can't get them with the fly swatter, well then you can spray them with this. It doesn't stain anything, but it does have a kind of a nasty smell. I wouldn't recommend spraying a bunch of this in your cabin, 10 minutes before the guests arrive. It would not smell very good. The pro tip here is that when you are going after the wasp nests, best time to do that is in the evening, just before sundown, when it starts to get dark and when it's cool, or just on a very, very cool day in the summer, like perhaps it's a rainy day or just it's an unusually cold day. They don't really like the cold weather, and they kind of just want to snuggle in their nest and don't really want to fly around much. They move a lot slower. You do not want to attack your wasps when it's very hot out, when it's very sunny out. That's when they're the most active, and then they'll just come and kick your ass. So I've had that happen, of course, too. And of course, when all these other things fail, there's one other thing that you should always have as a last reserve. If you don't have one of these, shame on you. The classic fly swatter, also known as the Wasp Swatter. I have killed many 1,000 wasps over the years with something as simple as this. So this should be a mandatory item in your cabins. They're in all of my cabins in my house and several rooms of the house. So this is always your first offensive and defensive equipment, is your fly swatter. Seriously, I've killed hundreds of wasps over the years. Very rarely have I gotten stung, if ever, maybe even. You'll get good, once you get comfortable doing it. I know a lot of people are afraid and they go, and they just start swinging, and that's what you want to do. You want to do it very precisely. You want to do it very calmly. I'll demonstrate. Let's say there's a wasp here. So the wasp is here. He's not flying around. Do not try to whap them while they're in the air. That usually doesn't work. So once they land, that's your moment. You just like shooting a pistol. You want to hold your breath as you pull the trigger. Wasp, you see him. You approach slowly. Hold your breath. All on the wrist, my friends. Just all on the wrist. And you got him. Thank you very much for watching today's video. I hope this will help you keep your glamp site wasp free. Stay tuned. I'm going to be doing other videos on the other critters of this natural, wonderful world that we live in, such as ants. I'm going to deal with ants soon. Thanks for watching.